Alex, early in the year, for whatever reason, it seemed like the team struggled against the East, but that has changed here lately. Curious, is there anything to that, or is it just the overall team game being more consistent lately?
I think it's more of a team thing. I mean, you can look at that. I think it is always harder East and West because you don't see teams very often, right? I mean, we didn't see Pittsburgh until last week, so it's kind of weird how the schedule works sometimes, especially in these condensed years. I think it's more us than anything else.
What is the significance of this road trip?
Well, it's our last long one, I think, really before playoffs. I know we have another one coming up in a couple weeks, but not quite as long. So we got a lot of games in a really, short period. So this time of the year, trying to manage like good habits and get some rest as much as you can. We play good games. Hopefully, we can take a break in between games because we got a lot of hockey coming up here. We got a lot of back-to-backs. I think we play a couple next month too. So just got to try and find a way to manage the games and use everybody and use our depth to kind of keep everybody fresh here.
What adjustments from last game are you looking at?
Well, we played them pretty well. Our power play wasn't great in the first period against Pittsburgh, but coming off the LA game, I think we need to defend a little bit better. I thought they played us pretty hard. I think we didn't start the way we wanted to. Then again, you come across the country here to the East Coast, and you always put an emphasis on the start because you try and get the engines revved up a bit.
Do you feel it coming west to east? You lose the 3 hours, that first.
Yeah, it's a waste of a day, is what it is.
It's all gone.
Yeah. No. I think the first game's probably the hardest, right? Because we flew however many hours yesterday, but I think these are the type of games where if you're smart, you manage your shift length, you manage the bench, and try and use everybody. I think you can adjust pretty quickly.
I'm curious your take on McCabe's fight, and I know it didn't
That was great.
result that you wanted, but
I thought it got us going, but aside from that, I mean, there's a couple big guys. It's an old school hockey fight right there. So, I guess I could say I was proud of him, but he did a great job. I mean, I can't do it, but it was one heck of a fight on both sides.
You've gone against the top matchups for years. Crosby Malkin, what's that challenge present from a defenseman standpoint?
Well, I always say, like, they play the game hard, but they make plays you don't expect, right? I mean, you got to always expect the unexpected with them. I think the thing is, Gino's a big guy, but if you watch Sid, the plays he can make on his backhand that's why he's one of the best players to ever play the game, right? He does things that you can't really expect on his forehand and his backhand, so you got to kind of always be aware.